All right, hello everybody. So I just got off of work, and I actually wound up taking an Uber home because our bus system here is on strike. You know, thank goodness I make enough money that I can actually afford $40 a day to take an Uber. So I was in the Uber, and he was listening to like Fox News or something like that, and I'm like, ah, fuck, I'll just dig my headphones out. I don't want to listen to this shit. And as I was digging for my headphones, my Uber driver made the comment about vaccinations. And he says, "Do you believe in vaccination?" And I says, "Yeah, I believe you should get vaccinated because it's safer for everybody, you know, and I don't buy into the conspiracy theories that, you know, the CDC is trying to kill us and Bill Gates is trying to chip us and all that." And I'm like, oh, God, you know, here we go. Um, So he said, well, if you're vaccinated, then I don't have to be. And I said, well, no, that's not how that works. And he says, well, what do you mean? And I said, okay, viruses are kind of weird. You know, you have viruses that act like living things, but they're not really technically living. They have RNA, they don't have DNA, you know, but they reproduce, but they don't like feed. So it's one of those weird situations where viruses can mutate because they can evolve because they act like living things. So the vaccinations we have now are for one specific strain of COVID. And I says, if you look at COVID, if you look at Corona, you know, you got those little spikes coming off of the virus. And the vaccine is what is mimicking those little spikes because those spikes are what your immune system recognizes to prevent you from being sick the next time you catch this virus. And I says, that's how your immune system works. It takes in the virus or the bacteria or whatever, and it stores, your antibodies store a copy of that virus so I can recognize that virus and immediately attack it and prevent you from being sick. So the vaccine will give you that antibody without you ever getting sick. You don't have to actually catch the virus to have the antibody because of vaccines. Now, with variants, because people don't want to wear masks, they don't want to get vaccinated, the virus mutates in them because viruses can do that. I told him this is where the Delta variant kind of comes from because it mutated in people and then people spread it around through contact because no one wants to social distance, no one wants to wash their hands, no one wants to wear a fucking mask. So that's how the Delta variant happened. It mutated in people and spread. So you have to get vaccinated to protect me from the different types of corona out there. Just like I have to get vaccinated to protect you from carrying the coronavirus to you. And when you don't do that, variants pop up like the Delta variant, which is a COVID variant because it mutated. So yes, you have to be vaccinated. And then he kind of was like, oh, okay, well, I picked up this punk and he was like 17 and he told me the Spanish flu killed like half of Europe in 1970s. And I was like, and he said, you just want to focus on the negative. You don't want to focus on the positive. You know, 50% of people may have died, but 50% of people lived. And I was like, okay, well, what number is acceptable for you for people to die? That it becomes a tragic event. Because 1 out of 2 people dying is fucking tragic, if you ask me. And he says, no, yeah, you know, it's just bad. He's like, but then you have all this racism, and, you know, I gotta tell you, I've been here 30 years, and I'm from a communistic Czechoslovakia, and I was like, whoa. I agree with you, communism bad. I mean, like, on paper, communism may look good to people, like, in the West who have never experienced communism in practice, but communism itself is not a good idea. It's just not. And so I'm like, I totally agree with you, communism bad, but we do have problems within this country. Just because our country is, America is pretty good. I mean, we're doing okay. That doesn't mean that we don't have room for improvement. And if we can do better, we should. And so that was basically my ride home, discussing COVID and why you should get vaccinated. So yeah, that's kind of my little rant. I guess to tie this into religion, a lot of theists and stuff, they don't want to get vaccinated. They think Jesus will protect them, or they think that the government's trying to take their rights or stuff. And I mean, like, even non-theists think, stupid ass shit at times. But get vaccinated. Wear a mask. Wash your hands. Stay 6 feet away from people. Don't go outside if you don't have to. I mean, I work a blue-collar job. I have to work. I have to be able to go in and physically care for the animals that I take care of. I'm the shift lead. I'm the fucking shift lead. I'm the person who leads the shift leads. So it's really important that I show up for work. If you don't have to show up for work, stay home. But I have to. So that's it for tonight, guys. Bye-bye.